Do you ever find yourself waking up at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why sleep just isn't what it used to be? Perhaps you drift off easily enough. But then, you wake feeling just as tired, if not more so, than when you went to bed. It's a frustrating reality for so many of us as we get older. Isn't it that deep? Restorative sleep seems to become a distant memory, replaced by fragmented nights and daytime fogginess. And you might wonder if it's just a normal part of getting older, something you just have to live with. Well, what if I told you there's a deeper, more shocking truth about what's really happening inside your body when you try to sleep after 60, a truth that most people aren't aware of? And it's affecting much more than just your energy levels. This isn't just about feeling a bit sleepy. It's about how your sleep quality directly impacts your memory, your mood, your immunity, and even your body's ability to heal itself. That feeling of brain fog, those aches and pains that seem worse in the morning, the way your body just doesn't recover like it used to. A lot of it ties back to the profound changes happening while you attempt to sleep. But here's the good news: understanding these changes gives us the power to do something about them. In this video, we're going to dive into the shocking truth of what happens to your body during sleep after 60, and then we'll explore simple, practical habits and insights that can help you reclaim those precious hours of restorative rest. We'll look at easy adjustments you can make to improve not just your sleep, but your overall well-being, from boosting your memory to feeling more energetic throughout the day. Make sure you watch right to the end, because there's something I'll share that will truly surprise you and could be a game changer for your nights. Let's really dig into what's happening behind the scenes, shall we? You see, as we cross that 60-year mark, our sleep architecture undergoes some significant, and frankly, quite shocking transformations. It's not just your imagination. Your sleep genuinely changes. What we often experience is a dramatic reduction in what's called deep sleep, or slow-wave sleep. This is the stage where your body does its most crucial repair work, rebuilding tissues, strengthening your immune system, and consolidating memories. Think of it as your body's deep cleaning and restoration cycle. Without enough of it, you wake up feeling like you haven't truly rested. Because you haven't. Your body hasn't had the chance to fully recharge. Another big shift is the production of melatonin, that wonderful hormone that tells your body it's time to wind down. Our bodies naturally produce less melatonin as we age, which means your internal clock can get a little out of sync, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. And it's not just melatonin. Our stress hormone, cortisol, can actually stay elevated at night, which is the opposite of what you want. High cortisol at night keeps you wired, vigilant, and contributes to those frustrating middle-of-the-night awakenings. This constant disruption isn't just annoying. It has real, tangible impacts. Your brain, for example, uses sleep to clear out metabolic waste products, including amyloid beta proteins, which are linked to memory issues when sleep is fragmented. This brainwash isn't as efficient, potentially impacting your cognitive function and memory recall. So, that feeling of forgetfulness or mental fogginess, it could be directly related to the quality of your sleep. Now, knowing all this might sound a bit disheartening, but it's actually empowering, because once we understand what's happening, we can start to implement simple, yet incredibly powerful habits to counteract these changes. The first habit, and perhaps the most fundamental, is establishing a truly consistent sleep schedule. I know, it sounds simple, almost too simple, but stick with me. Our bodies, particularly as we get older, thrive on routine. Think of your body as having an internal clock, a circadian rhythm, that loves predictability. When you go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every single day, even on weekends, you're sending a clear signal to that internal clock. You're telling it, this is when we wind down, and this is when we wake up. This consistency helps regulate those crucial hormones like melatonin and cortisol, training your body to naturally prepare for sleep and wakefulness at the right times. It might feel a bit rigid at first, especially if you're used to sleeping in on Saturdays or having a late night now and then. But try it for a couple of weeks, even setting an alarm for bedtime as well as wake-up time. And notice the difference. You might find yourself feeling sleepy at your designated bedtime and waking up feeling more refreshed without an alarm. It's about gently coaxing your body back into a natural rhythm. This isn't about getting a perfect 8 hours every single night, because individual sleep needs vary. It's about consistency, about creating a reliable anchor for your body's internal processes. When your body knows what to expect, it can do its job better, leading to more consolidated, less fragmented sleep. Even with those age-related changes, this foundational habit sets the stage for everything else, and hand in hand with a consistent schedule. The second crucial habit is optimizing your sleep environment. Now, this might seem obvious, but many of us overlook just how much our surroundings impact our sleep quality. Think of your bedroom as your personal sleep sanctuary. It needs to be dark, quiet, and cool. A truly dark room means blocking out all sources of light, street lights, digital clocks, even that tiny glowing charger light. Light exposure, even minimal, can disrupt melatonin production. Consider blackout curtains or even an eye mask. It's a simple change, but profoundly effective. Next, quiet. External noise, whether it's traffic, a television from another room, or even the hum of an appliance, can easily pull you out of deep sleep. Earplugs can be incredibly helpful here, or even a white noise machine or a fan, which can create a consistent, soothing background sound that masks sudden disturbances. And finally, temperature. Our bodies naturally drop in temperature when we're preparing for sleep. A room that's too warm can make it incredibly difficult to fall and stay asleep. Aim for a cooler temperature, typically somewhere between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. Experiment a little to find what feels right for you. A comfortable mattress and supportive pillows are also vital. If your mattress is lumpy or old, it might be time for an upgrade. These seemingly small adjustments to your sleep environment create an optimal setting that tells your body, this is a safe, calm place for deep rest. So, by embracing a consistent sleep schedule and fine-tuning your sleep sanctuary, you're already laying a powerful foundation to counter some of those shocking age-related sleep changes. Now that we've discussed the profound impact of age on sleep and started with the fundamental habits of consistency and environment, let's move on to how what you do before bed and even what you eat can transform your nights. You know, improving sleep isn't just about what happens when your head hits the pillow. It's very much about the hours leading up to it. And this brings us to our next crucial habit, creating a relaxing, screen-free evening wind-down routine. In our modern world, we're constantly stimulated, often right up until we try to fall asleep. We're scrolling on tablets, watching exciting TV shows, or checking emails on our phones. But here's the problem. These devices emit blue light, which tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, suppressing that vital melatonin production we talked about earlier. It's like telling your body, stay awake, there's still work to do. So, about an hour, or even 2, before you plan to go to bed, start dimming the lights and put away those screens. Instead, engage in activities that signal to your brain and body that it's time to unwind. Think of it as a gentle transition from the day's activities to peaceful sleep. This could involve reading a physical book, not on a tablet, listening to calming music, or perhaps some gentle stretching or restorative yoga. A warm bath or shower can also be incredibly soothing, as the drop in body temperature afterwards can help induce sleepiness. Some people find light journaling helpful, simply jotting down thoughts to clear their mind of any worries that might otherwise keep them awake. The key here is consistency and finding what truly relaxes you. It's about creating a ritual that your body learns to associate with sleep. a predictable path to peaceful slumber. This simple shift from active engagement to quiet reflection can make a world of difference in how quickly you fall asleep and how deeply you stay there. Now, let's talk about something incredibly powerful that often gets overlooked when we discuss sleep, what and when you eat and drink. Our diet plays a surprisingly significant role in the quality of our sleep, especially as we age. We're not just talking about avoiding that triple espresso before bed, though that's certainly important. Caffeine, of course, is a stimulant, and its effects can linger in your system for many hours. Even if you don't feel jittery, it can still disrupt your deep sleep cycles. So, consider cutting off caffeine intake by early afternoon, say 2 or 3 p.m. at the latest. Alcohol is another big one that often surprises people. While a glass of wine might feel like it helps you relax and fall asleep faster, it actually fragments your sleep later in the night, leading to more awakenings and less restorative REM sleep. You might pass out, but you won't get quality sleep. So, try to limit alcohol, especially in the hours before bed. But it's not just about what to avoid. Certain foods can actually promote better sleep. Think about incorporating foods rich in magnesium, a mineral vital for relaxation and muscle function. Foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains are great sources. Tryptophan, an amino acid, is another sleep helper. As it's a precursor to serotonin and melatonin, you'll find it in foods like turkey, chicken, eggs, and cheese. A small, light snack before bed, like a banana with a few almonds, can sometimes be beneficial if you're feeling hungry, as bananas contain potassium and magnesium which aid relaxation. The key here is light. A heavy, fatty, or spicy meal close to bedtime can cause indigestion and discomfort, which is a surefire way to disrupt your sleep. Give your digestive system at least 2 to 3 hours to process your last significant meal before you lie down. This ensures your body isn't working overtime on digestion when it should be resting and repairing. Moving beyond what goes into your body, let's consider how you move it throughout the day. Regular physical activity. Our next habit is a fantastic natural sleep aid, but timing is everything. Engaging in moderate exercise, like brisk walking, swimming, or cycling, for at least 30 minutes most days of the week, can significantly improve sleep quality. Exercise helps to reduce stress, regulate your circadian rhythm, and deepen your sleep. It helps you fall asleep faster and increases the amount of deep sleep you get. However, avoid intense exercise too close to bedtime. A vigorous workout right before you try to sleep can be counterproductive, as it raises your core body temperature and stimulates your nervous system, making it harder to wind down. Aim to finish any strenuous physical activity at least 3 to 4 hours before you plan to go to sleep. Gentle activities like a leisurely stroll or light stretching are fine in the evening, but save the more intense workouts for earlier in the day. And don't forget the power of natural light exposure during the day. Getting outside, especially in the morning, helps to regulate your internal clock, signaling to your brain that it's daytime and reinforcing your wake-sleep cycle. It's a simple yet powerful way to ensure your body knows when to be alert and when to prepare for rest. So, by adopting a peaceful evening routine, being mindful of your diet and drink choices, and incorporating regular, well-timed physical activity, you're actively working against those age-related sleep challenges. Next, we'll dive into an often unseen culprit behind poor sleep and how managing it can unlock truly restorative rest. Finally, let's talk about something that often quietly sabotages our sleep, especially as we navigate the unique challenges and joys of life after 60 stress and anxiety. It's no secret that a racing mind can keep you awake, tossing and turning. Our worries, whether about health, family, finances, or just the day's events, can easily spiral when we're lying in bed in the dark. As we get older, our ability to manage stress can sometimes feel a bit different. And chronic stress directly impacts our sleep by keeping that cortisol hormone elevated, precisely when it should be dropping. So, our last crucial habit is developing effective stress management techniques. This isn't about eliminating stress entirely, that's often impossible, but rather about changing how we respond to it and finding ways to calm our nervous system before bed. Simple techniques can make a profound difference. Consider incorporating practices like deep breathing exercises into your evening routine. Just a few minutes of slow, deliberate breaths can signal to your body that it's safe to relax. Progressive muscle relaxation, where you tense and then release different muscle groups throughout your body, can also be incredibly effective at releasing physical tension. Mindfulness meditation, even for just 5 or 10 minutes, can help you observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them, allowing your mind to quiet down. There are many free apps and online resources that can guide you through these practices. Some people find a short, gentle walk in nature during the day, or listening to calming nature sounds before bed, to be incredibly grounding. The goal is to find what helps you quiet your mind and release the day's tensions before you even get into bed. If worries do creep in, try a technique called thought dumping. Keep a notepad by your bed and jot down anything that's bothering you. This can help externalize the thoughts, so they don't swirl endlessly in your head. Remember, acknowledging your worries and giving them a designated time and place to be processed, rather than letting them ambush you at 2 a.m., can be incredibly freeing for your sleep. So, we've covered quite a journey, haven't we? We started by acknowledging that shocking truth about how sleep changes after 60, the reduction in deep sleep, the shifts in melatonin and cortisol, and how all of this impacts your brain, your immune system, and your overall vitality. But more importantly, we've laid out a powerful roadmap to reclaim your nights and, by extension, your days. We talked about the fundamental importance of building a consistent sleep schedule, training your body's internal clock to know when it's time for rest. Then we explored creating your ultimate sleep sanctuary, a dark, quiet, and cool bedroom that literally invites deep slumber. We delved into the magic of a screen-free, relaxing evening wind-down routine, gently transitioning your mind and body from the day's activities. We also uncovered the surprising power of diet, understanding how what you eat and drink, and when, can either hinder or enhance your sleep quality. And we highlighted the dual benefit of physical activity, boosting sleep, but only when timed correctly. Finally, we explored the crucial role of stress management, giving you tools to quiet that busy mind that often keeps us awake. Remember, every single one of these suggestions, these habits, is a small step, a gentle adjustment. You don't have to overhaul everything overnight. Pick one or two that resonate most with you, perhaps the ones that feel most achievable right now, and begin there. Consistency, even with small changes, is far more powerful than sporadic grand gestures. Your body is incredibly resilient, and it responds beautifully to care and intention. Giving it the gift of quality sleep is one of the most profound acts of self-care you can embrace at any age. But especially after 60, it's not just about avoiding fatigue. It's about unlocking your full potential each day. Sharper memory, stronger immunity, more vibrant energy, and a deeper sense of well-being. I truly hope that understanding these insights and adopting these practices will help you unlock the restorative sleep you deserve. I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these tips? Or do you have other strategies that have worked wonders for your sleep? Share your experiences and wisdom in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else who's struggling. If you found this video helpful and uplifting, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who can benefit from this information. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, so you won't miss out on more practical advice and inspiring content designed to help you live your best life at every age. Here's to many nights of deep, peaceful sleep and waking up, feeling truly refreshed and ready to embrace each beautiful day. Live your best life at every age.